Bitch, I am loving this mask. Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. I know that we have been here once before, but I decided today, since it is so hot in Florida, I laugh about the fact that I'm literally standing here in a hoodie because I have my air condition cranked that far down. But I know that if I was upstairs in my studio right now with all of the lighting in front of me, making my pupils look like they're pinpointed, like he's on something, that I would be miserable. I would be sweating nonstop. So I decided I would come into my kitchen, which I have just cleaned, and I am going to try out my new camera. I got the Sony 6100, I believe is what it's called. I have the external microphone. It might be sounding like right now. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know anything about camera settings. You guys do not come to this channel for the professionalism or the quality of the videos, so we're trying to up it over here, and that's all I'm gonna say. Before I go any further in this video, I do wanna give a huge shout out to adamandeve.com for sponsoring this video once again. If you guys have been on here for a while, you know that I absolutely love adamandeve.com because I am not a stranger to exciting things in the bedroom, and you honestly cannot have enough sex toys in your arsenal for when someone special comes over. They did give me a code for 50% off of one item. The code is VOICE. It's on the screen right now, and it's going to be free shipping to the United States and Canada, of course. And something cool about Adam and Eve is that they donate 20% of their proceeds to the fight against HIV, and that, to me, is just amazing. And honestly, I will donate or give money to any company that does something as amazing as that. They also have 90-day hassle-free returns and 24/7 customer service. So guys, get to shopping and let me know down in the comment section what you decide to pick up. But I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk to you guys about the Jeffree Star drama that is going on social media right now, because Jeffree Star has announced the palette that he is going to be coming out with, the whole collection actually, and it's called Cremated. And a lot of people are having an issue with that right now, considering the state of the world. A lot of people are like, girl, that's very tone deaf, it's very insensitive, because right now with the pandemic, if you pass away tragically, then you are not able to get buried. You actually have to be cremated. So funerals and all that are a big no. It's upsetting a lot of people. So I understand where everyone is coming from with their upset over this new palette that Jeffree Star is coming out with. So Birkin is not camera ready right now because he has not been able to go to the groomer because of everything that's going on in the world. So he has an appointment. He's going to go and finally get his first haircut because girl's looking a hot mess. So I do have to agree with everyone out there. I do think that it does come off a little tone deaf that Jeffree Star and Jeffree Star Cosmetics is still pushing forward with this launch of the Cremated collection. However, I do not think that Jeffree Star or anyone at Jeffree Star Cosmetics is doing this so they can be like, ha ha ha, we don't care what's going on in the world, we just want to piss people off. No, I do not think that is it at all. I think this has been in production for a good long while, so therefore they have products sitting there. It has to be moved. Can this be pushed back to maybe a September or an October launch? I have no idea. I'm not exactly sure how palettes work, if that would get it close to expiration. You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section below. But Jeffree Star went onto his social media to address this whole backlash that he's been receiving on Twitter, some of the comments on YouTube. I'm sure it happened over on Instagram as well, and here's what he had to say.
Cremated is #2 trending right now on all of YouTube, and bitch, I'm a little shook. There's a lot of people talking about it. It's trending on Twitter, and bitch, it might be the talk of the town right now. There's a lot of positives, a few negatives, because everyone's allowed to have their opinion, but baby, let's talk about Cremated.
So I wanted to make the opposite of the Jawbreaker palette. Like if you turned on a black and white filter, but there was a little bit more life to it. And Cremated is that girl. Oh, it's so stunning. These pearl shades are so unique. You really have to see them in person. This is like a wet black latex shade. And this is more like a smoky gray. And this, oh, it's like gray diamonds on your lid. I think that I've never played it safe, and I've always done color. Since Beauty Killer to Blood Sugar to now, I've always done color. So I wanted to do literally the opposite. And to see everyone's reactions is so fucking cool. The feedback is amazing. Thank you guys always. The video is up. And there's a lot of talk on Twitter. Now listen, Cremated and any palette and anything I've ever created, it's my art. To me, it's not just an eyeshadow palette. It's way more than that. There's always so many meanings with my art. And that's what it is. It's mine. I created it for the world. It is allowed to be interpreted any way that anyone wants to take it. But I always come from a good place. And this palette is fucking sickening. I'm so proud of it. And on a real level, you guys, my own father was cremated. My 2 dogs that passed away last year were cremated. So nothing ever comes from a negative place in my life. So if you take it that way, that's how you articulate things. But bitch, not me. But you guys, thank you so much for all the love today. Next week, May 22nd, it is really,
close. And this is an exclusive to Jeffree Star Cosmetics. With Corona, a lot of crazy shit happened. And here's the thing, there was gonna be more to the collection. You guys know I like to go hard, and this one was way smaller than normal. But there were a few products that just couldn't be made, and I was devastated, but the show must go on. So those products will still be put out later in the year or next year. But yeah, we are back in the swing of things. It feels so fucking good to upload again and to have a new collection coming. I can't wait to see all your looks. All your fucking smoky eye looks are about to be my favorite thing on the planet. I'm gonna be wearing black eyeshadow all summer. Like, bitch, this is my summer look. And if smoky grays and blacks are not your vibe, bitch, get ready, because the rest of 2020 is going to be insane. The next few palettes after this one are even so different than cremated. So the vibes are coming from all purples to blacks and grays to a lot more.
After Jeffree Star addressed everything over on his Instagram story, he took the time to call out one person over on Twitter that was giving him a lot of press right now with their anger, their disapproval of his new collection, and here's what that person had to say. Those who find a cremation palette launched during a pandemic acceptable, please feel free to let the millions of families who lost loved ones, were unable to have a proper burial, and had no choice but to have a cremation for their loved one, why you feel so strongly. Quickly, somebody responded to them and said the following. For like the 100th time, he could have just pushed it back a few more months to launch around Halloween, and it would have been passable. Instead, he's launching a grayscale palette for summer, during a pandemic, with no other excuse for doing so. I don't even think that Jeffree Star could push this palette back to an October launch, because we all remember the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson documentary when they were going behind the scenes, and they said, it's a Halloween palette. I don't think Jeffree Star would want to come out with that. You know, people on the internet would literally drag him for filth. Everyone at Jeffree Star Cosmetics would get dragged for filth, like, oh, you felt so strongly that people were releasing Halloween palettes. Well, here you are doing it just a year later. Another person said the following. I fear death every day of my life, and I literally get counseling for it. I have full-on panic attacks sometimes. The palette name doesn't offend me, but I'm sure someone will just say it's because I'm a stan. Offended over a palette name? Can't relate. And Jeffree Star responded to them and said the following. Love you, babe. People are bored and want to be offended by something new. The Star family knows it's part of my vocabulary, and I've had this idea trademarked since September of 2019. So just by looking at the palette, as someone who does not wear makeup, I'm not a makeup enthusiast, but I have seen palettes out there that I've been like, oh wow, that's really appealing and I really like that. I don't feel that way about this palette. I feel like where Jeffree Star was going, he wanted to do something completely opposite of Jawbreaker, and I think that is exactly what he did. However, I find that maybe a few of the shades in this palette honestly were not needed, and they kind of were just filler to get to the same pan level as Jawbreaker. You guys will have to let me know down below how you feel about this palette and this collection. I know Jeffree said that he is not going to have as large of a collection because of production issues that were going on, so I wonder what the other products were going to be. I saw that one lip gloss, I believe it's like a silver, and I'm just not a lip gloss kind of gal. Like, I liked that clear one that Shane Dawson came out with. Love that to death. I had two of them. I used them. They broke. I got rid of them. It was great, but lip gloss, it just seems like it'd be a pain in the ass, especially if you have long hair, like stuff will get stuck in it. So I'm not exactly sure about that, but let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you think that Jeffree Star is being insensitive by coming out with this palette right now? Do you think that people are just looking for tits on an ant? Also, let me know your opinions about the palette. Does it speak to you? Is this something that you're going to purchase, or is this going to be one that you pass on at least until a later date? Please let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. And with that said, I love you bitches, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, so editing Nick here. I'm currently laying in my bed right now trying to get the final version of this video put up, but I've been laying here kind of procrastinating, watching some Amberlynn Reid reaction videos, and I want to know how everyone out there feels about Amberlynn Reid videos and Amberlynn and her content as a whole, because I kind of want to branch out and I want to talk about other people as well, other than the beauty community, because it's getting... girl, it's honestly a little boring. That's why I haven't been putting out that many videos this month, because I'm like, girl, it's the same stuff over and over and over again. So I want to branch out, but how do we feel about Amberlynn? Because I feel like that is just a hot mess. And I feel like the community that talks about Amberlynn gets away with so much, because if someone like myself said some of the things that the other people say about Amberlynn, then I feel like I would just be canceled 100%. So let me know how you feel about her, and let me know how you feel about some other creators, and drop their names down below if you want me to talk about them.
Someone spill the tea. Bitches, we should.